Today, I'm going to be talking about the best and worst augments in Arc Raiders. Now, this is going to be varying from each tier of rarity, from uncommon, rare, to epic. Now, as of making this video, there are no legendary augments in the game as of yet. I'm sure this is subject to change over time, as we're going to be getting new content coming out very soon, so we're going to have to wait and see about that. Now, starting off with the uncommon augment tiers, you have tactical, combat, and looting. All three of these are very simple and very basic and don't really have much to them. All three of these you can also receive off of the trader in-game Lance with a free loadout augment. So if you end up running a free loadout and you get out safely and survive, you will receive a free loadout augment. Now, you could turn that in for one of these augments. My best suggestion would probably be the combat augment or the tactical, as both of these you can wear medium shields. So I would rate all three of these in the C tier as they're decent and there is nothing special to them. Now, moving forward to the rare tier, you have Combat 2, Tactical Mark 2, and Looting Mark 2. Now, this is where augments start becoming very important because each augment from now on will have its own special ability, such as popping a smoke when your shield gets broken, healing over time as long as you're not taking damage, being able to have a built-in integrated surge shield recharger, and many more. Starting off with Combat Mark 2. Now, this augment allows you to heal 1 health every 5 seconds. It is a good passive ability to have, but if you do take damage, this effect is paused for 30 seconds. Now, in my opinion, considering you have 100 health, I wouldn't really consider this to be a great ability. As I will continue on, there is a lot better options within this tier. So I would say it is a good low B, and there is definitely better. Next off, we have the Tactical Mark 2. Now, this augment is, in my opinion, and arguably one of the strongest augments in the entire game, and also one of the most annoying to deal with. This augment allows you to pop a smoke on top of your character whenever your shield is broken. It has a slight cooldown, but there is no exact statistics on that as far as I know, but I would say it's less than probably 10 seconds, which is extremely low and extremely broken, which is why I would put this as easily in S tier 100% if you have the chance, or if you are deciding to choose on which augment to use and you don't have your hands on the rare augments in the game. I would definitely suggest on using this one. It is unbelievably strong, and after a few games of you using it, I'm sure you'll notice how many times it will save your life. Next off, we have the Looting Mark 2. Now, this augment has the ability to knock off ticks that are attached to you after a second, so it's very decent but nothing special whatsoever. But I would say it's better than the Combat Mark 2 augment just because of the amount of inventory slots that it has. It comes with 22. It also has 3 trinket slots attached to it as well, and a 3-slot safe pocket. So it is amazing for trying to make money, as trinkets are valuable items and they would be able to go into those specific slots, saving you even more room in your bag. So I would rate this a good B tier. Now, moving on to the epic augments. Now, this is where, in my opinion, augments get very personalized and very important on which ones you decide, because some of these are very strong compared to others and some of them are not necessarily worth making, in my opinion. Now, we have the Combat Mark 3 flanking. This augment allows pistols and stowed hand cannons to be equipped 33% faster. The downside is you are only maxed out at a green shield that you can equip. So this is definitely a high C, very mediocre. I wouldn't really worry about it or try and get your hands on it, as there is just a lot better options. Next, we have the Combat Mark 3 aggressive augment. Now, this augment is almost exact copy of the Combat Mark 2 augment, just slightly better in overall stats, and the ability is double what the Mark 2 is. So instead of receiving 1 health every 5 seconds, you're receiving 2 health every 5 seconds. So overall, it is a good general augment, nothing crazy, and I wouldn't really try and prioritize it compared to others, but it's a good high B, I would say. Next off, we have the Tactical Mark 3 Healing Augment. Now, this augment is generally not that good, and I wouldn't advise using this one either, as the passive ability is when you are knocked, you release a healing cloud that restores 20 health over 10 seconds. That being, it has a 30-second cooldown, and this healing cloud isn't AoE as most would assume. It is only to yourself. Now, the biggest downside about this ability is when you are receiving this healing cloud after being revived, you are unable to use any sort of bandage. So this is generally a really bad ability that you even want to have in the first place, because if you have a better healing item for your health that would heal faster than the ability, you are potentially slowing down your health regeneration. So I would put this as a definite low B, as it is nothing crazy, but the fact that you're able to use a medium shield is what makes it a little bit better than the flanking augment, but I would most likely recycle these if you ever receive them. Now, moving on to the Tactical Mark 3 defensive augment. This augment, lately I've been using this the most and it feels the best, as you're able to use any shield, and also it has a built-in integrated surge shield recharger. Now, unfortunately, it says it allows shield rechargers to be used while running, which would make this even better, but that is currently bugged and hopefully will be hotfixed soon. But the built-in surge shield recharger is a lot bigger of a difference than most people would think, because it allows you to have basically 6 quick use slots instead of 5, because you're able to have every other med and utility that you want to bring in, and then also have the surge shield recharger available if you do so need it. Now, this is only 1 minute cooldown as far as I know from testing. Now, that is why I would rate this a solid S, and arguably one of the best in my opinion out of all these other augments. Next off, we have the Looting Mark III Survivor augment. Now, this along with the defensive are the 2 best augments in the game. I would say this augment allows you to be knocked and regenerate as long as you are sitting still up to 75% of your health. So this means if you get knocked and your teammates are very far away, and if you didn't have this augment, you would bleed out. As long as you sit still, you could even sit in a corner, hide in a corner. If you sit still, your health will regenerate up to 75%. So theoretically, if you are close enough to, say, a Raider hatch key exfil or a open exfil in general, you can see on the compass on the top of your map the closest exfil to you if you want to try and go for it. But this allows you to take time and crawl all the way to an exfil, and as soon as you start getting very low, you can sit still, slowly regain your HP if you really want to try and maximize the chance of surviving that raid. So I would say this is also one of the best. It is very helpful with, especially when you are getting grenaded, if you get knocked, if you're in a compact room, you're able to sit in the corner and heal up while your teammates fight if they don't have the ability to revive you. So this combined with the defensive are my 2 absolute favorite augments in the game, and I would suggest using one of these 2. Now, lastly, we have Looting Mark III Cautious. This augment works the exact same way as the Tactical Mark II, but instead of a smoke being popped, it is a weak adrenaline shot. So overall, this is a solid augment. The worst part about it is that you are also stuck to a light shield, but I would rate this a solid A. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this nice, short and sweet and simple video on the augments and where I would personally rank them as a max level player. Be sure to comment if I've missed anything. Like I said, these are also subject to change, so in the future, maybe a year from now, this list might be obsolete, and if it is, I will make sure to make an updated version. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and check out the rest of my guides I have on my YouTube channel.